Good evening, friends. So, in the series of Telangana government policies and schemes, I have already created a video on Kalyana Lakshmi. So now I would like to explain you about most important scheme, which is known as Aasara Pension scheme. So in this Aasara Pension scheme, old age people are going to get 1,000 rupees, and the widow people are going to get 1,000 rupees, and this Cheneta Karmiklu is going to get 1,000 rupees, and taddy toppers are going to get 1,000 rupees. The only people who are going to get 1,500 rupees is hand persons. So what is the significance of this Asara scheme? So it is a social safety net scheme. So that's mean it is a social security scheme. So if you can observe paper 1, okay, and paper 2 of part 3, and paper 3, Telangana economy. So in everywhere there is something called social appraisal measures, among which this is the most important scheme proposed by Telangana government, and it shall be called as Aasara Pension scheme and shall be effective from October 1, 2014. So what is the significance of October 14? It is a Gandhi Jayanti, and remember with the name that Gandhi is a old person and he needs some pension in order to survive. So that is the reason why the government of Telangana is providing some pension to Gandhiji. So remember as and aim of the scheme. So what is the aim of the scheme? As I told you, in every scheme you are supposed to know aim or objective, or who are the beneficiaries, and what is the significance of such scheme. So the aim, this scheme is meant to protect the most vulnerable sections of the society, in particular the old and infirm, people with HIV and AIDS, widows and incapacitated weavers, and toddy toppers who have lost their means of livelihood with growing age in order to support their day-to-day minimum needs required to lead a life dignity and social security. Okay, so next, what is the eligibility criteria for this scheme? So if somebody wants to avail this scheme, so what needs to be a person must have? So eligibility criteria common to all the person. As I told you, this scheme is applicable to old age persons, taddy toppers, and widows and handicappers. So there are some common eligibility criteria to all of them. So that is, the proposed beneficiary shall be from BPL, that is below poverty line. What is below poverty line? So if somebody is not able to access or afford a certain level of substantial diet, then he is known as the BPL person. So he shall be a local resident of the district. Okay, and next, he or she are not covered under any other pension scheme. If somebody is covered in any other scheme, so this scheme is not applicable. So next, eligibility criteria for old age persons. So who is known as the old age? So according to this scheme, if somebody is above 65 years, so above 65 years, remember this thing. So Gandhiji is of 65 years now. Okay, if somebody is above 65 years, then he is eligible to get this old age pension scheme. And eligibility requirements: age should be as per the age criteria and should be established clearly by documentary and all. Next, for the type of weavers, so second one, so for weavers, so age must be 50 years and above, because okay, so this has been there is no such scientific reason. Next, the third one, widow, and eligibility age must be above 18 years, because so as far as the law is concerned, so below, if somebody is marrying below 18 years of age, that cannot be considered as a marriage. That is the reason this has been made as a 18 years of age, and there has to be a death certificate of her husband every year, updation and remarriage for young widows, so up to 45 years. So if somebody is getting married, then this scheme will not be available to. Okay, next thing is toddy toppers ante kallu geeta karmikulu. So what is the eligibility area? So it is 50 years and above. And eligibility requirements during verification, this is most important thing. The person must be registered in cooperative society of toddy toppers. So the one more additional eligibility criteria which was provided to toddy toppers is 50 years and cooperative, so he needs to be registered. Next, the next thing is HIV and AIDS. So there is no such minimum age, because AIDS can be even occurred even to the 6 years or 7 years old people, and who are undergoing antiretroviral therapy, that is ART therapy. And eligibility is medical certificate from the concerned hospital that the applicant is a person with HIV and AIDS. List of names can also be obtained from the ART centers duly certified by the authority heading the center. Next, the fourth one, and differently abled. Now you are not supposed to call them as a physical that is physically differently abled people. So they are differently able, because they are abled persons but they are differently abled. So now this name has been, so person with the disability is the wrong word, so you are supposed to call them as a differently abled persons. So there is no such age, because the physical impairment cannot be occurred at certain age, but it can be occurred at any age. The disabled persons having at least 40% of disability under Sadharam assessment. In case of hearing impaired, the minimum disability should be 51%. Okay. So as far as this scheme is concerned, the conditions are: the decision of the government effectively means that either the husband or wife, if both of them are above 65 years of age, will get the old age pension scheme. As you all know that under the Asara scheme, a monthly payment of 1000 will be made to aged persons and widows, while physically handicapped persons will receive 1500. So here it is physically handicapped persons has been used here. So this keyword has been wrongly used. If somebody is writing mains, you are not supposed to use this word. And 44 lakh applications for pensions have been received by the government. So that means almost 44 lakh people are most vulnerable people in Telangana. The burden to the government on account of payment of pension is 3000 crores. And the cost to the previous government was only 833 crores. So now it is almost 3 times to the previous government. And KT Ramarao, Panchayat Raj Minister, says the money will be given against receipt in November on the basis of authentication by a responsible person, even if the beneficiaries do not have certificates from the Gram Panchayats and other cards. The certificates and other cards will have to be secured, so within 3 months. So here it is. So this has been launched in 8th November 2014 in Kotturu village of Mahbubnagar district by CM KCR. Here it is: for old age it is 1000 rupees, and for widows it is 1000 rupees, for differently able person it is 15, and for Cheneta it is 1000 rupees, that is viewers, and this is toddy toppers, this is 1000, and for AIDS only one who are getting 1500 is that is differently able persons. And thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe my channel so that I can provide you even more better videos.